Hi, everybody. My name is Austin Zollner, and this will be my sort of reflection presentation for assignment number 8. Uh, so I just created a Google Slides and just sort of embedded each link, um, going over each module. So in module 1, I did and Androidify. Uh, it's a great teacher tool. You can connect with the students. One of the big problems is obviously the age limitation, so you're cutting off pretty much half of general education that could use it. But yes, I would integrate it in my classroom just for my own personal use. In module 2, then we moved on to creating videos, and I had never used Powtoon before, but it was pretty interactive, and there was a lot of different options, especially on the first few days where you have the premium account, and it's very user friendly. With that being said, however, it does limit you after that free trial, and a lot of the really cool features are only available in the premium account. But I would still integrate this because I've already created a project-based learning activity for my students that relies on Powtoons that I've created. Then we moved on, and I created a Prezi specifically about Minnesota, because I teach Minnesota studies, and I would show this at the beginning of the year just to kind of give students a broad overview of what we'd be covering. So obviously it's a little bit more refreshing and interesting compared to PowerPoint and slides. And when you do it, it does force you to really think about what information you're putting in and why, just because it's not like a Google slide where you can obviously skip around. It's very logical. So again, with that being said, the learning curve is a little bit steeper than a Google slide, and there is limited integration with the Google apps. Then I moved on to module 3 for book creator. I wouldn't integrate this, even though it's engaging and you can hyperlink things. It's very user friendly, but personally in my math classroom, I really am struggling to find an appropriate use for it. So then we moved on in module 3 to 360-degree videos. I didn't know these even really existed until this class, but they're really cool. So obviously they're super engaging, and students can spend much more time delving into a specific topic because they're forcing themselves to look around and absorb everything and not just look at one screen. However, a big negative is obviously there's not a ton of these videos out there compared to general videos on YouTube. So there's going to be limitations with the availability. And then finally, we had our Google Earth project, and I created one based on students picking a Minnesota city and using Google Earth as the stepping stone to research and go really in depth about a specific city. So it was fun to explore. It's very cool to visualize things like this, and obviously student buy-in is much, much higher because they're getting to experience the real world and see things that they've seen before, or maybe I haven't had. Issues with it, it's going to drain the battery, and students can get off task because they'll end up like looking for their friend's house from Google Earth. So those are just some considerations. And then finally, all of these things were super, super interactive, and what makes something interactive? Well, it's a feeling of independence and engagement, like you are sort of going through these choices on your own. And all of these have been done throughout this 8 weeks through web-based tools. Obviously, these are things that are created and easily accessible on the internet. So right now I'm 40 seconds over. But again, just thanks for a great 8 weeks. It was very fun, and I definitely learned a lot. Thanks.